But here's the skinny on that. When you buy something, normally there's a cost associated with it. So again, when the proposal was to buy the company, but the return was stock in somebody else's company, that was, now if it was stock, okay, let me say it this way. If Microsoft was coming to buy, and Microsoft stock is X, right? There's a price associated with Microsoft. So if Microsoft said, we're going to give you 1 million shares of our stock for your company, and I look and say, Microsoft. First of all, I'm shaking. I'm like, damn, Microsoft. I'll be like, D, look up Microsoft. What is it going for? Shit, you said $38 a share? Okay, shit, that's 38 million. I've got to think this one through. What is it going for? 100? Oh shit, that's 100 million. I've got to really think it through, But currently, their stock is not public. This is what happens if they go public in November of 2025. So I just said no, because it wasn't conducive. Could have been a good deal, but I just couldn't sell everything and not get nothing. I couldn't sell everything and get nothing. That's D. That's D right there. And so this is true. I'm coming to you, giving you the real deal. That's what I was saying, Lo. I was talking about, why are we afraid to let somebody go get the bananas? Because it's going to eventually help us all. See, you might be afraid, not you, Lo, I'm saying, but it might be guys that are afraid to go for what they really want to do because they got to be safe. I've asked my brother to join me. They're like, man, hold on. You need to be a little more secure. I have to respect that. Everybody ain't ready to take no damn leap of faith. I get it.
Exactly.
It's my bro.
Same thing with Bitcoins. Everybody's telling everybody about Bitcoin. Now look, everybody.
Yeah. These like, you still don't believe in the Bitcoin, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what I'm really saying here today is, I'm the guy that will take the chance. And if I make it to the top and I can grab some bananas, I'm not eating 500 bananas by myself. Have you lost your mind? Let me tell you something. And this is, I'm getting ready to share with you some real stuff. This is my brother, my older brother. And my older brother, he wants to help people. And my older brother says, look him up, comedian TL Fitz. My older brother says that his thing is like, when God blesses him with a whole lot, he gonna help a lot of people. And I think he means it. I think if God bless my brother with a lot, he gonna help a lot of people. But God can't trust you with a lot if you're not willing to bless people when you got a little. Wow. Anybody will give a little when you got a lot, but will you give a lot when you got a little? When I was going through, let me tell you a story. When I was going through that situation where my bank wasn't working with me because of the damn fraud, $500,000, when we couldn't process, when I'm losing $8,000 to $10,000 of money that's went away, I had a history of sending. Whenever I go to the grocery store, cuando yo voy por no La Serena, pero Supermercado Nacional. When I go for Supermercado Nacional, all of the guys that you give groceries, the baggers, they all work on tips in 3-month intervals. They just work for 3 months and then they do that. Okay. So escucha mis palabras. Listen to my words. Every time I buy something, whatever change I got, I share with them. It's times I've gave 10 people 100 pesos. That's 1,000 pesos. Damn near $20. Guys, I said, how many guys are working? They say 7, 6. And I say, give everybody, But you know what they started to do, Lo?
Listening.
They started to say 12 people are working, and it was only 4 or 5.
And they try to buck the system, huh?
I had one guy tell me, he said, Señor, lo siento. Yo siento mal. I feel bad. Porque mi equipo, ellos tienen mentira. There's only 6 people working. They told you that was 9. Also, when you give one guy the money, you tell him to give it to everybody. He only gives it to the people that he like. He doesn't give it to everybody. So I said, darn it. But in the midst of that, got you. He said Zelle. He got me. In the midst of that, we were talking about Zelle. In the midst of that, what happened was I was going through it. I done lost 8,450, 60, 79 is on my head. So with that, can you hear me? I still had to continue giving. So even when I'm going through, I continue to give to them because that's how I am. Like, okay, because I believe that what I was going through was just for the moment. It wasn't what I was going to be in. It's just a test. We came out of that test. We stayed focused. It's something that you said, and I'll let you share what you said when you talked about, I don't know how you said, I don't know how you. Go ahead, Lo. I'll let you do that, and then I'll talk about this Zelle.
Man. Alex shared some personal things with me concerning Jubilee. Me as a man, I would have broke down and cried. I would have did everything. Alex kept that smile of his on, and he just kept working. He just kept pushing it. Even though he's being stabbed, being thrown rocks at, money being taken from his account, he still kept it pushing with a smile. You never knew this man was hurting behind scenes. And I just didn't understand how and why you're doing it.
The name of this app is called Jubilee, and I named it after my mother. My mom was Aunt Juby. And so anytime I think, damn, man, I understand that, I'm in it. You heard the thing, get rich or die trying, or I'm gonna do it. I'm in this. I'm in it. And as I was going through all of that, I know that tomorrow will come. And let me tell you where I got that from. This goes back to, watch this, D. This goes back to like 1999, 2000. Man, I was having a hell of a time dealing with a divorce. I was actually going through a divorce. Let me tell you something. You're not going through a divorce until you're going through a divorce. You know what I mean? So you're not going through a divorce until you're going through a divorce. So there's paperwork involved and you're really going through it. So I was going through this kind of nasty divorce. And not nasty from the standpoint of what you want, this, that, the other, but just the fact of a lot of things going on. And I had to learn, Los, that whether I stayed mad 5 minutes or if I stayed mad 24 hours, tomorrow would come. Tomorrow is going to come. So I could either work to make tomorrow better or sit and let tomorrow come and we have the same day that we had today. So when things were kind of going, off for me, I just continued to focus on the plan. And the plan was we're gonna get it popping. So I did talk about like Zelle and things like that. So one of the things I wanted to show was when Shelby said you crazy. Shelby said, damn, you crazy, right? But let me tell you guys something. And this one hurt. This one hurt. Let me tell you why. D here, all my guys. I had another billionaire. Look. I had another billionaire approach me through some lawyers. And they, what they told me? They said, listen, we want you to take over all of Latin America. Your app is amazing. And I was like, finally, somebody understands. Tell me what you need. And I was like, man, I'm trying to think. I need 200,000, maybe 3, 4. They said, no. Tell me what you need. Oh man. And it brought me to this point. Let me do this. And again, we're gonna wrap up, but let me tell you, I was traveling and I was going to, take Delta, and I was going to get these 2 guys lunch that work at Delta, 2 young guys. And I was like, hey guys, I got some time. Come on, let's go. These guys always help me. I said, let me get you lunch. I said, order what you want. Order what you want. So they went, and then they were looking at the menu. Watch this, D. Steaks, pollo y arroz, rice and beans. Steak, rice and beans. So I said, order what you want, guys. So they picked the 300 peso. So I said, okay. So when we got, hold on. Let me handle something. Okay. Hold on. Let me let them know. Hold on. So when we got there, here we go. Because listen, we're doing this in the middle of the show and business is happening. So some people are like, what's going on? I can't get my money. Like, hold tight, relax. We got you. Do the dinero es bien. Where's my code? I don't know. Okay. So get this. Darn it, Losa, grab me. I'm losing it. Where was I at?
Delta. They was looking at the steak or the chicken.
Steak. So they ordered the cheap food. So we sat down. I said, let me ask you something, guys. I said, why did you order that and you didn't order the steak? And the guy said, well, to be honest, but they said in Spanish. So It's probably not exactly what they said, but it was close. So I'm gonna tell you what I think they said. They speak English too, so they said we didn't want to order anything too much. I said, but remember, I told you to order what you want. So what is it that you want? They were like, we really would like to try that steak. I said, so let me tell you something. Since you bought this other food, I'm not going to buy 2 steaks, but I am going to buy 1. And you guys going to try this steak. Y'all going to have to get half. I ain't going to buy that. I told you to get what you want. And so I say that to say when this, and so when you're going to be blessed, don't, if somebody say, hey, what you want, tell them what you want. If somebody tells you, hey, I want to be a blessing or whatever, order what you want. So I take that to me and the billionaire. When he asked me what I wanted, I was doing the same thing. Well, I ain't trying to ask for too much, because I don't want to. And then I remembered what I told the guys. Ask for what you want. So I did this right here. Here's what I want. That's what I told him, Los.
I like that.
You see what that number is?
Yes.
I said, that's what I want. And Los, the billionaire, they said, okay, that's what you're going to get.
That's what he said.
How long did they say it, Los? Hold on. Okay, yes, you guys, business is happening. Yeah, I had to let them know. Hang tight, I got you. Okay, so let me get back to this story real quick because I'm gonna do 2 things at once.
And push mine through.
Yeah. Wait a minute, no, it's 4:00. What's happening? Hold on, guys. We need to take a hold on.
Let's do a Juvie Care break.
All right, guys, listen. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna finish this story, and then we're gonna go to a minute break because I got to make sure that we got business going on here. We got business. So I said I wanted this much. And they said yes. I got the paperwork. I got the bank letter. I got all of these wonderful things. Los, they told me that I should talk to a bank. Try to buy a bank. With this, yeah. So look, I'm in meetings with small banks in Dominican Republic.
Wow.
Because we're going to buy a bank because
we can help out 349 million people in this country.
But Lo, remember I told you we had a couple of times where people was trying to, what did I say? Take the business, if you will, or do something. You want to see what ended up happening in that situation?
Listening.
My mother used to say, I can show you better than I can tell you. Watch this, guy. You ready? Hold on. You ready?
I'm ready.
You see that? This website has been seized. This domain has been seized by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, blah, 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 blah.
Who's that website?
Hold on. Let me come back. Let me come back. But that's what happened, man. I'm giving them all my banking information. I'm ready for the deposit. And man, it's a goddamn Ponzi scheme. Now, I've went and talked with banks. I've went and talked with card companies. I've went and talked with ATM machines owners or manufacturers because I want smart ATM machines. Everything is going to be integrated. It wasn't real. Wow.
Did they get any money out of you?
They didn't. With my information, they used my information in a way that they compromised my bank accounts by using my bank accounts as if they were the deposit accounts for this money and this and that. So I was just wrapped up in some mess. All the while, all the while, banks, fraud, Stripe, this, and somebody wants to tell you that you shouldn't promote the app so much because it got a glitch. It glitches a little bit. Did you get your money?
Did you get your money? Okay, can I bring up one situation?
Yes, sir.
That has nothing to do with Jubilee, the Android situation. Let's talk about that.
Okay, go ahead.
Wow. Recently, Android is an iOS system for Samsung. They sent out an email to all Android users.
Oh my God.
I need you to talk about that. It caused a commotion, boy. Jubilee is stealing information. Please, this app is whatever term they use, fraudulent or warning. Oh my God. Over nothing. Breathe.